But let's begin by getting you all the latest updates on the Karur stampede. 4 days after the deadly stampede in which 41 lives were lost, you're seeing political tensions rising. You had Vijay finally speaking out, but mind you, he is yet to visit Karur, yet to meet with those who've been injured or the families of the deceased. It's been 4 days. Serious questions that Vijay needs to answer here as to what's taking him so long to visit this district and meet with the people who gathered in such large numbers just to catch a glimpse of him. You've got him crying conspiracy, postponing his campaign, and yet the one basic step that's expected from the superstar, he's not done just yet. He's not met any of the victims of the stampede. Meanwhile, as far as the state government goes, there are questions being asked of the DMK government too. Because while you're seeing a crackdown against TVK, their 3 top netas have all been booked, barring Vijay, of course. As far as the local administration goes, there's been no action. And mind you, it's very clear that there were lapses, there was clear negligence on the part of the local administration too, that they didn't estimate the kind of numbers that it gathered, there was inadequate police presence on the ground, and yet not a single step, no action that's been taken against the local administration. They say we're waiting for the investigation. But why is it that you're waiting for an investigation to crack down on the local administration, but not so much against the TVK? Let's round up for you the day's developments on the story. 4 days after the tragic Karur stampede that claimed dozens of lives, the dust is far from settling. TVK Chief Vijay, who'd been missing from public view, finally broke his silence with a video that's only added fuel to the political firestorm. Calling the stampede a deep-rooted conspiracy and vowing the truth will soon emerge. Vijay's campaign for the next 2 weeks has also been postponed.
CM sir, உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது இந்த பழி வாங்கணும் அப்படி பிரேரணம் ஏதாவது இருக்குச்சுன்னா என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணுங்க. அவங்க மேலே கை வைக்காதீங்க. நான் ஒன்று வீட்டில் இருப்பேன் இல்லை நான் ஆஃபீஸில் இருப்பேன்.
But the state government hit back swiftly, accusing Vijay and his party of ignoring safety protocols, underestimating the crowd and relying on police to do a volunteer's job.
அவங்க கேட்ட இடங்கள் முதல்ல லைட் ஹவுஸ் கார்னர், அதில் எவ்வளோ பேர் நிற்கலான்னு நீங்கள் சொல்லுங்கள். அப்போ ஒரு அரசியல் கட்சி எவ்வளவு கூட்டங்கள் வருகிறதோ அந்த இடத்தை தேர்வு செய்ய வேண்டியது அரசியல் கட்சியினுடைய கடமை. நீங்க இதே வேலுசாமிபுரத்தில் சம்பவம் நடந்து அடுத்த நாள் பார்த்தீங்க. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ஒரு 1000-2000 செருப்புகள் அங்க இருந்திருக்கும். ஒரு எம்டி தண்ணி பாட்டில் ஏதாவது ஒன்று அந்த இடத்துல இருந்துச்சா? நீங்க யாரும் பாத்தீங்களா? யார் தவறு செய்தாலும் தவறு தான். அந்த தவறுகளுக்கு யார் தவறு செய்தார்களோ அவர்களை பொறுப்பெடுத்துக் கொள்ள வேண்டும். அது எந்த கட்சியா இருந்தாலும் சரி.
The BJP, which is part of a fact-finding mission to Karur, has blamed the Stalin government for the stampede.
No, I strongly condemn. I first of all ask them to see Tamil Nadu. The loss of lives, whether it is TVK cadres, whether it's fans, we don't know. Tamilians, they are our Indians, Tamil brothers and sisters, children has lost their life. Every time when we ask something in Tamil Nadu, immediately they tell you to see Kashmir, you see Manipur. It's not the answer. We want answer for the people who lost their lives. Senthil Balaji should come out with clarification, not alleging other parties.
Meanwhile, Vijay aide and TVK leader Adav Arjun faces legal trouble after a controversial social media post that he since deleted. He's seeking anticipatory bail from the Madras High Court, fearing arrest.
ஒன்றும் இல்லை, ஃப்ரீயா இருக்கு. சரிங்களா? இல்லை, நான் அந்த இறந்தது இன்னும் டிஸ்டர்பாக இருக்கு. அதனால எதுவும் பேசுறது நான் வேலையை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன். நீங்கள் ரோட்ல நிற்கிறீங்க, கஷ்டப்பட்டு. சார் சாப்பிட்டு போம். சாப்பிட்றது தான் கூப்பிட்டேன். ரோட்ல நிற்காது, கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. நானும் உங்களை மாதிரி தான் வந்தேன். ரோட்ல நிற்காது, ஆஃப் பண்ணுங்க ஏன்னா அப்படின்னா.
With the blame game continuing, the big fish with blood on their hands remain beyond the ambit of law. The victims of the Karur stampede await justice. With Anaga Keshav and Pramod Madhav, Bureau Report, India Today. The unfortunate reality is that 4 days since the stampede, we still don't have our answers. There are many who have moved or no longer talking about the investigation, about justice for the victims. But here on India Today, we're keeping the spotlight on the story because for 41 lives that have been lost, we definitely need answers as a nation. We can't let this go. We can't be letting it be brushed under the carpet. This is a story that deserves to be tracked, and this is a story that deserves answers from those in power and those who were at that particular location, who are blamed for what's happening right now. I want to bring in Pramod Madhav and Anaga Keshav, both of whom are joining us live from Chennai. We also have Apurva Jayachandran, who's been tracking all of the updates from Karur. Apurva, I want to come across to you first. 4 days since the stampede, what's the mood currently in Karur? You know, has the district healed from what's happened? There are many who are still, we understand, in hospital.
Well, Akshita, in fact, the city still mourns the loss of 41 people who had unfortunately lost their life, innocent lives, as we are speaking. You know, on the ground as well, when we've been speaking to these people who have lost their loved ones, be it their family members or those who are still recuperating in the hospital, they keep, reminding us of only one thing, that on the day of this tragic incident that took place, there wasn't any help available for them readily at hand. Be it, the delay in ambulances coming because there were, a couple of miscreants who were trying to stop ambulances, or be it, proper, wait time that was given to them, food or water that was given to them, all of it had come to a standstill. People were made to wait for hours and hours long without any kind of basic necessities, be it food or water. And that's what they're also saying. They keep coming back with the same question, saying, had there been volunteers, had there been people who were on ground, be it from TVK or anywhere else, volunteers there to help us, this kind of an incident would not have happened. Yes, we did see the kind of crowd that Vijay garners. We did see the kind of enthusiastic youth that come from near and far, and especially given a weekend, they say, we brought all our family members because they wanted to see Vijay. This is, it's happening in our city, it's happening in Karur after such a long time, a Manadu like this where Talapati Vijay is coming in. We wanted to go see him. Was that our fault? That's the question that's being raised there on the ground here as well. Several people
I think there are wounds, of course, that will take time to heal, and time, of course, it will take for these wounds to heal. Largely, the question that's also constantly brought up is, where is Vijay? Anaga, we've heard from Vijay. Yes, he's, issued a video statement. But why hasn't he visited Karur yet? What's clear now is that the government hasn't stopped him. So 4 days on, he keeps saying, I will visit. He still hasn't done it, the most basic step that is required.
Well, in fact, Akshita, the TVK has filed a petition on the same lines in the Madurai bench of Madras High Court, requesting for sufficient police protection and requesting to direct the local administration from preventing Vijay from meeting the victims of Karur tragedy. So it's on Friday that when the Madras High Court will begin its hearing, post which the court will decide if Vijay can meet the victims of Karur tragedy or not. So in that 4-minute video that Vijay had put out, he specifically mentions that he left Karur because he didn't want another tragedy to happen again. He didn't want the situation to go out of control. That's the justification that Vijay seems to give out. So on Friday, when there is a hearing in the Madurai bench of Madras High Court, we'll really know as to when Vijay will be meeting the victims of Karur tragedy. In fact, Adav Arjuna, his number 2, his right-hand man, also echoed the same sentiment by assuring that he broke silence for the first time that very soon the president of TVK and the second-level leadership will be meeting with the victims of Karur tragedy with the court's approval.
So just imagine this, 4 days on, not just Vijay, but even the, second-rung leadership of the party hasn't visited Karur. What explains that? The fact that they've stayed away for so long reeks of insensitivity. And while we ask those questions of the TVK, both sides here have to be answerable to the people. And Pramod Madhav is joining us also with details on the investigation. Pramod, one TVK neta after another has been booked. And yet the district administration, the police, zero action against them. Many raise the fact of what happened after the Bengaluru stampede, where you had senior officials being suspended pending inquiry. Why hasn't that happened here?
Well, Akshita, one thing is very certain over here. Here, the administration very clearly mentions that the large crowd, the number that have been given, we have to note two things. One is that there is a moral responsibility, and the second thing, as a legal responsibility. And the police force and the administration over here very clearly mentioned that based on legality, based on the letter, they went through it. In fact, ADGP Davidson Devar Silvadam, while speaking, he said, instead of giving one policeman for 50 people as a high-risk crowd, he gave one policeman for 20 people, and that seems to be their actual kind of rebuttal on this particular matter. That is where the legal responsibility ends. However, the question, just like you mentioned, is about the moral responsibility. Knowing what kind of crowd Vijay attracts, more kind of action must be taken. And this is where they have another rebuttal. They claim that all rules and regulations, conditions were given. That was not followed. Unfortunately, the management or the administration here claims that Vijay did not adhere to the rules, and he took time, the deliberate delay. That is one point that is put by the administration and DMK government. That seems to be their answer to all these questions, and they still, just like you mentioned, claim that a kind of investigation is happening, post which action would be taken, Akshita.
Okay, so, as much as there are questions being asked of the TVK, we will raise those of the government as well. I think all of us have covered political rallies. There hasn't been one occasion where a politician or a superstar turned politician has ever turned up on time for a rally. In this particular case, maybe it led to more crowds gathering as well. Maybe, 10,000 people came along with Vijay and joined a stagnant crowd, and therefore you led to a stampede-like situation. But where was the intel of the police? Why were they relying on one man's word and going along with it to decide? At the end of the day, Vijay is not in power. So who's held accountable is the officials who are in power, who are expected to take care and are in charge of law and order. And not one of them right now face action. Pramod, Apurva and Anaga, thanks very much for joining us with all of those details. But let's explain to you exactly what happened. How did the stampede actually break down? We've done a very, very interesting analysis of what we know about the circumstances that led to the stampede. Using, in fact, 3D modeling and satellite imagery, India Today's Austin team has investigated what really happened in Karur. How did 41 people lose their lives? Okay, let's move on to news coming in from Karnataka. All of the endless drama over whether there's going to be a CM change continues. And amid that endless buzz that, the 2.5-year formula is going to come into effect, which means in a few months from now, you're going to see D.K. Shivakumar as Karnataka Chief Minister. You've now got Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah clearing the air over this, saying that he's completed 2.5 years in power as Chief Minister. But he's maintaining, I will continue for another 2.5 years. So while Siddaramaiah says this, he's also added a caveat, saying, I will abide by the High Command's decision. So if the High Command chooses D.K. Shivakumar to step in as Chief Minister, the message from Siddaramaiah seems to be that he will abide.
ಈಗ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಗುರುಗಳು ಡಿ.ಕೆ. ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ಅವರು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಡಳಿತದ ವೈಖರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರ ನಡೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನುಡಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇವತ್ತೇನಾದರೂ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ 140 ಸೀಟ್ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರ ಶ್ರಮ, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಶ್ರಮ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ನಾಯಕರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವರು ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಅಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಅವರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಪಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಅನ್ಕೋತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ನಿರ್ಧಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರುಗಳು, ಕ್ಯಾಡರ್ಸ್ಗಳು, ರಾಜ್ಯ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಮತದಾರರ ಬಂಧುಗಳು ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಪಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸಹಜ. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಯಸ್ತೇವೆ.
ಆ ಜನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನವೆಂಬರ್ಗೆ 2.5 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥರ ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ನವರು ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಂತ ನಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಬೈ ಇಟ್.
ವಿಪಕ್ಷದವರ ವಿಷಯ ನಿಜ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಮುಂದಿನ ಸತಿ ನೀವೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಸತಿ ನೀವೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಯಾಕೆ
ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು?
ಐ
ಹೋಪ್ ಸೋ.
ಅವ್ರಿರೋ ತನಕ ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಸೋ.
5 ವರ್ಷ ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. 5 ವರ್ಷನೂ ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಹೌದು. ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ. ಸಿ 2ನೇ ಸಾರಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದಿದ್ರು, 2ನೇ ಸಾರಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಕೂತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟದೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಾರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗಿರಿ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರು. ಬಜೆಟ್ ಮಂಡಿಸಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರು. ಬಜೆಟು ಮಂಡಿಸಿದೆ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿ 2.5 ವರ್ಷ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನೂ 2.5 ವರ್ಷ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ.
Sagai Raj is joining us live from Bengaluru with more details on this. Sagai, there's been so much talk about a CM change and that it's coming in the next few months. I'm sure Siddaramaiah himself is fed up of the question, but he says, I'm remaining the Chief Minister.
Absolutely, and he has said that if High Command wishes him to continue, he will continue as the Chief Minister. When people had questioned that, will you come back again to Mysuru to offer flowers as well as puja for Dasra, he went on to say, "Oh, hope so, he will come back." And he has also said that there were many people who said that he will not be a Chief Minister for the second term, he will not continue as Chief Minister, but still he is continuing as a Chief Minister. And this comes to a statement made by a loyalist as well as Congress MLA, Dr. Ranganath from Tumkuru, where he went on to claim that one or the other day D.K. Shivakumar will become the Chief Minister, and everybody from the Congress party as well as the people in Karnataka are hoping that the High Command will take a suitable decision one or the other day. So he went on to say that D.K. Shivakumar should become a Chief Minister very soon, and the Chief Minister of Karnataka, CM Siddaramaiah, has ruled out, saying that there was no possibility and he might continue for next 2.5 years.
Okay, Sagai, thanks for those details. So you see this seesaw non-stop in Karnataka. Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar, who will be Chief Minister? Will there be a change? Non-stop buzz. Siddaramaiah says that there's no need for any of this. He will remain the Chief Minister. We wonder what D.K. Shivakumar has to say about it. And that's something we will continue to track. But let's get you, at the same time, an exclusive with Karnataka's number 2 man. Will he become number 1? Well, that's something we'll have to wait and watch. But Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar spoke exclusively with India Today for a very different chat. This was about the pothole menace in the city. Very often, Bengaluru now is referred to as Potholuru because of the pothole mess and the infra mess in the city. And a lot of the responsibility for that is shouldered by D.K. Shivakumar because he's also the Bengaluru in charge minister. So my colleagues Nagarjun and Sagaraj went down to the streets of Bengaluru with him to show him what's the situation, ask him what's the solution, when will Bengaluru get smooth pothole-free roads. Here's an excerpt of that exclusive.
In many places, whenever there is a pothole, they always question the minister. But nobody questions the contractor. Even here, you see, sir, everything is peeling off. That is the quality of the work which has been done. Whether you keep any kind of accountability on the contractors.
No, accountability, the vehicle moves. That happens. Number two is that is why I'm trying to find out a permanent solution with all this junction. That is why I'm discussing with the potholes. I'm not looking at the pothole problem. Let us work out some permanent solution. The traffic police are telling that at least we should give them alternative road. Then some 200 meters on the important junctions, and we need about 1 month. 1 month to see that the concrete has been properly done. So we are just planning. The corporation and the police both will have a discussion and come out with a plan.
Ideally, sir, in the heart of the city, mostly it used to be concrete roads in Western countries. Only in Indian cities, especially in Bangalore, in the heart of the city, why are we still not?
What is the total number of concrete road we have taken up now?
Sir, we have taken up 153 kilometer road.
See, 153 kilometers as on present. Okay. We have completed about more than 600 kilometers.
250 are already done, sir. Another 353 we are undertaking. Without yes.
Earlier 450.
Please 600 completed, sir. Another 100 will taken up.
600 we have completed. Another 300 more kilometers we are doing. Now what decision I am taking today is that we will finish on the important junction. Okay. Because junction we need about 1 month. Yeah. 26 days is the normal time. It will happen 1 month. That is why I am telling them, let us take in the important junction. And see, these are the important junctions where vehicles come and move.
Correct. This is the road that VIP also people take to the HL airport.
Sir, that is how this road and the MG road, you can't stop it.
Big question is there enough funds for you to take up concrete road, cement road?
We have funds. There is no problem on.
So money is not an issue at all?
Money is not an issue.
Okay. Sir, in fact, this road you have completely asphalted. If I can ask my camera person to show this complete road, it's completely asphalted. But
sometimes you have to not look at only the potholes because there will be small stretches and all. So that is why my officers have taken decision. We have left to them. We will see. This is about 1 kilometer stretch.
Yes.
They have completely done the full asphalt.
This road used to be notorious.
You see the height of that road.
Yes.
See, that is a concrete road.
Yes.
That road and this road you see.
This is on top.
This is on the top. Almost 1 feet. Correct. There is a difference. That is how we have just completed it. We have doubled it.
Sir, but what happens usually is you would have asphalted today. Your other departments, BWSSB, BESCOM will start digging up. Now is there a lack of coordination?
In these roads, we will not allow them.
Sir, in case if this gets peeled off, will the contractor himself will invest and again try to...
There is a defect liability period.
Okay.
3 years. 3 years.
3 years. 3 years. DLP. DLP period 3 years.
3 years. Defect liability period is 3 years.
Okay.
In that 3 years, anything happen, it is the contractor have to do it.
But who will be responsible to monitor all that?
My officers will be responsible. They will issue them license. 10% has been kept now.
Security deposit 5% it is.
5% will be kept. After 5%, we will see that all these things will be relooked and then only we'll release this.
So the other main talking point is the coordination between departments, BESCOM, BWSSB and GBA now. So in new GBA, there will be better coordination?
Of course, that is why we have made. It is a split and Mr. Maheshwar Rao is a senior officer.
Yeah.
He will coordinate and he is the administrator also. He will coordinate on all these things.
Every day you get a count of how many potholes it is sales and how it has been.
In Bangalore Central, how much has been done?
In the last 5 days, 820 tennis.
In only Central, last 5 days, 820 potholes they have done, number 1. And 4 road they have done refacing like full roads. Full road.
How about IT corridor, sir? How we are looking at IT corridor?
Even IT, we are on
Where
the
you
same-
get more complaints. That's when you
We
get
are also,
more
we are-
posts on social media.
As they can show you, even there also we are doing good. No one will leave Bangalore, don't worry. It is all, no one will leave Bangalore. I have seen Vijayawada. I have gone to pray, Lord.
Mr. Shivakumar, one small pothole, people, I mean, ministers from Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana will be waiting to invite businessmen from Bangalore saying, come invest in us.
See, your talent, your weather, your education, they all have made lot of survey. Only Bangalore can make money. No other place in the country.
Remember, only Bangalore can make money is what Deputy Chief Minister said. So it's a message for the business people in Bangalore.
Yeah, I have. Number of potholes identified, 14,187.
This is across Bangalore.
Yes. Potholes attended, 10,950.
Yes.
Still potholes pending, 3,235. We have a photograph of every pothole. Video photograph, all my officers have.
This is including what people have clicked, sir?
Yes.
And you will follow up.
We are following.
Will you finish it?
Including police, including my officers, including common man.
All transparent.
Sir, is this a permanent solution for Bangalore city?
See, this white topping is a permanent city for Bangalore.
Yeah.
That is why the high quality of road we are just making. So this will be 30 years.
30 years lifetime validity.
30 years lifetime.
Okay.
There will be no problem.
No pothole also?
No pothole.
Even heavy trucks going on the...
Whatever type of truck goes also, this will not be there. First time we started this in Mangalore.
Yeah.
When I was the urban development minister, because there is a lot of race.
Correct.
So that time we started and we continued it. I saw this in Bombay very long back. Then I came here and we started in Mangalore and we started again in Bangalore.
Well, we're counting down to the release of Kantara Chapter One. I know it sounds a bit confusing because it's technically the sequel, but no, Rishabh Shetty's confirmed that this is a prequel to Kantara, which was a raging hit. Now, obviously, expectations are soaring. And it's my pleasure to be joined on this broadcast by the man behind the magic, not just the lead actor, and by the way, he did a spectacular job as a lead actor, but also the writer and director of Kantara. Rishabh Shetty is with us on this broadcast. Rishabh Shetty, namaskara. Thank you for your time. Kantara, of course, was huge, a cultural phenomenon. So I want to understand from you first, how did you approach the making of Kantara Chapter One? Must have been pressure since Kantara was such a blockbuster hit. Welcome to the show, first of all.
हम वो प्रेशर में काम नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है? वो प्रेशर लिया तो फिल्म बना नहीं सकते एंड कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते. So we have to change that pressure into a positive vibe and the responsibility and more power लेके हम ज़्यादा effort डाल के ज़्यादा hard work करके और भी अच्छा कहानी लेके आने के लिए काम करना होगा. एंड डेफिनेटली ये चैप्टर 1 बनाने में बहुत सारे लोगों का कंट्रीब्यूशन है, इंक्लूडिंग माय आर्टिस्ट, टेक्नीशियन एंड एवरीबॉडी. प्रोडक्शन हाउस Kumbale Films is a huge strength behind us, and our technicians like Arvind Kashyap, my DOP, and my co-writers, production designer, so my wife, she's a costume designer, every artist, so मेरा गांव वाले, so उधर जो काम किए हैं सारे कुंदापुर एंड केराड़ी जो टाउन एंड मेरा विलेज है, so सब लोग इन्वॉल्व थे. They are into this filmmaking process. So it was like a mini एक film city नहीं बोल सकते, film village था, ठीक है? So it was a film village. So feels like the whole town has become a studio kind of a thing. जो पुराने जमाने में हम बहुत बड़ा स्टूडियो के बारे में बात करते थे ना, इधर वो शूटिंग, इधर ये शूटिंग, ये चल रहा है, वो चल रहा है, वो वाला वाइब था, ठीक है? एंड बहुत सारे प्रोफेसर्स बहुत हेल्प किए मुझे, एंड दैव नर्तक एंड उनका फैमिली, उनका सीनियर्स जो उसके बारे में पढ़ा लिखा एंड उसके वो प्रोसेस में वो प्रोसीजर में इन्वॉल्व थे, वो लोग का कंट्रीब्यूशन है. एंड स्पेशली दो नाम मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि विवेक राय एंड चिन्नप गौडरू, दे आर द PhD holder and one person is a vice chancellor in Mangalore University. So वो सब लोग का कंट्रीब्यूशन था, क्योंकि ये मैं 4th century 5th century का एरा में जा रहा हूँ. We didn't have any reference for this. So वो कॉस्ट्यूम हो, प्रोडक्शन डिजाइन हो, सबको हम पूरा एक कुछ पढ़ के, कुछ सुन के वो इमेजिनेशन में लेके आके जो स्केच करके एक आने के बाद ही डिसाइड कर सकते ओके इसमें ये करते इसमें ये करते ऐसा वाला एक थॉट प्रोसेस था.
You know, what you're telling us is so true, Rishabh. That's challenging. You've given us a sense of that. And you usually, of course, struggle to make sequels. You've attempted going back to a prequel to set the stage for the first film that you've seen. How difficult was it to actually manage that aspect of it, to go back and ensure the storyline kind of fits in?
मैंने कुछ मैनेज नहीं किया है, मैं जस्ट फ्लो में चले जाता हूँ. तो वही मैं ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर जो पहले आंसर में भी बोला था मैं, बिकॉज ऑफ माय टीम. अगर मेरा टीम नहीं होता ये नहीं कर सकता था मैं. they have done a really great job, the whole team with me, thousands of, there's like a big army with me. So वो राजा का कहानी जैसा आगे में था, that's it. So सब लोग जो मेरा वो एक विश्वास था, एक विजन था, एक आइडिया था, वो उसमें मैं ड्रीम कर रहा था. वो एक्चुअली वो ड्रीम को सब लोग उनका ड्रीम जैसा फील करके ट्रीट करके काम किए. वो लोग मेरे फिल्म में काम कर रहे हैं करके सोच नहीं है उन लोगों का. वो लोग सोचते हैं कि उनका फिल्म है करके. वो वाला थॉट्स है ना, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर अ टीम.
No, but that's because the vision is so grand that I'm sure that it comes out also to be so grand. You get into every elaborate detail that was very clear in the first film as well. This time around, Rishabh, can you tell us also the kind of preps that went into making Chapter One, ensure it's as big, as grand as what we saw in Kantara?
पहले ही बोल चुका हूँ कि जो रिसर्च था, जो प्लानिंग चाहिए था, जो नए एक 1600 से पहले जो एक कहानी को सेटअप करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. तो उसमें रियलिस्टिक भी होना चाहिए वो, एंड थोड़ा सिनेमैटिक भी दिखना चाहिए, एंड फील भी होना चाहिए. कैरेक्टर्स भी ऐसा ही दिखना चाहिए. आज का जमाने को हम दिखा रहे हैं, लेकिन जो उस जमाने का, तो उसमें बहुत एक थिन लाइन होता है थोड़ा इधर उधर जाने के लिए. तो वो वी वर वेरी पर्टिकुलर अबाउट द लुक्स एंड जो बैकड्रॉप सेट्स, जो आर्ट प्रॉपर्टीज हो, कॉस्ट्यूम्स एंड द कैरेक्टर बिहेवियर, द लैंग्वेज, एवरीथिंग. कहानी में भी वो फील होना चाहिए. सो एंड उतना ही एंटरटेन करना चाहिए लोगों को. सो वो है.
I'll just say that, you know, it's looking absolutely perfect. We can't wait for the release of this film because going by the trailer, it definitely looks to be living up to all of the expectations that I was talking about earlier. Thank you very much, Rishabh Shetty. Congratulations and all the very best to you going forward, hoping that Kantara Chapter One is as big a success and a cultural phenomenon, as I referred to it earlier, as the first film as well. Controversy over Charlie Kirk's murder doesn't seem to end. Elon Musk has now cancelled his Netflix subscription after a controversial post by a Netflix show creator sparked outrage online with his remark on Kirk.
Elon Musk has confirmed he has cancelled his Netflix subscription. The world's richest man signaled he refuses to support a platform employing creators who, in his view, celebrate political violence and push extreme ideologies. The tipping point was a social media post from Netflix dead-end Paranormal Park creator Hamish Steele, where he allegedly used profanities and called the slain conservative activist Charlie Kirk a Nazi. Outrage exploded online. Critics accused Steele of crossing a line, not just with his words, but with the show's content, claiming it pushes political message to kids. Former nuclear scientist Matt Vance Wall joined the backlash, cancelling his subscription and tagging Netflix directly. Musk responded with a single word, same. Just weeks ago, ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel's show after he mocked Kirk's assassination and Donald Trump's grief.
So there's a new app that's creating waves in India. It's called Arate. Now being seen as a homegrown rival to WhatsApp, Arattai has seen exponential growth this month. It's from Zoho. It's seeing a massive boost in popularity, a record jump in daily signups from 3,000 to 350,000 in just 3 days. Some users are also calling it a potential WhatsApp killer. But I'm here to talk about another aspect, what I saw on social media. the Tamil name that's drawn people's ire, particularly among Hindi-speaking users. I've been seeing a whole lot of posts criticizing the name Arattai, which means banter in Tamil, by the way. And so non-Tamil speakers are struggling with the name, saying, oh, it's so difficult to pronounce. Why not have a more accessible, easy name? But hear me out here. When a Huawei or a Xiaomi comes along, we go that extra mile, just as I have, to learn how to pronounce the word. We most definitely don't complain about how hard it is to say. When we have a Tamil-grown brand come up with a product, why not give it a Tamil name? And besides, all of us South Indians are used to Hindi names all around us. Even schemes today are named in Hindi. And in whatever pronunciation we manage, we say it. Ask me, as a South Indian in Delhi, I take that effort to learn the language. So rejecting an app based on its name, or for that matter, whining about learning how to pronounce it, just one word at that, reeks of language chauvinism. And we're better than that as a country, aren't we? The controversy with Charlie Kirk's murder doesn't seem to end. Elon Musk has now cancelled his Netflix subscription after a controversial post by a Netflix show creator sparked outrage online with his remark on Kirk.
Elon Musk has confirmed he has cancelled his Netflix subscription. The world's richest man signaled he refuses to support a platform employing creators who, in his view, celebrate political violence and push extreme ideologies. The tipping point was a social media post from Netflix dead-end Paranormal Park creator Hamish Steele, where he allegedly used profanities and called the slain conservative activist Charlie Kirk a Nazi. Outrage exploded online. Critics accused Steele of crossing a line, not just with his words, but with the show's content, claiming it pushes political message to kids. Former nuclear scientist Matt Vance Wall joined the backlash, cancelling his subscription and tagging Netflix directly. Musk responded with a single word, same. Just weeks ago, ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel's show after he mocked Kirk's assassination and Donald Trump's grief.